I loved Perkins High School. Like I said, I feel like I grew up in this idyllic Midwest town, strong family values. It's it's really hard for me to explain what that area means to me. I told you earlier, it is the one place on the globe where when I'm there, I feel like this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. You know, I live in Chagrin Falls now. I work in Cleveland, and that was always a dream of mine, was to work in Cleveland. And I never really, you know, when you're young and you have dreams of like conquering things and doing big things, you never really do the math in your head about how much you're going to miss home. You just say, well, it's always going to be there. I'll take it for granted. And, you know, when I come home, it'll be exactly what it was when I was young. And I think for me, the hardest part about going off to Bowling Green, which wasn't far away, but it might as well been an ocean away, because you're immersed in life in Bowling Green. So I didn't get home as much as I would have wanted to. And when you leave home, you kind of leave a piece of your heart behind. And I always felt like, as I left to start my career, my first job was in Kentucky. And when I left, now I'm 8 hours away. And then I went to Connecticut, and, you know, so now I'm even further away. And I took a job after 15 months in Connecticut at the Fox affiliate in Hartford. I took a job in Columbus, I was thrilled. I was home. And it wasn't Sandusky, but it was a 2-hour drive, and I could get home a lot. My parents still lived there at the time. And after spending 5 years in Columbus, I had an offer to go to Tampa, and I spent 5 years there. And now I'm an airplane ride away, as furthest I'd ever been from home. And that was a tough 5 years. As much as I loved Tampa and I loved the weather, and I played baseball year round, which was great. It was harder to get home. And obviously by that time I've got young kids, and they're immersed in their lives, and I'm immersed in what they're doing. So it's even more difficult to get home. But growing up in Sandusky and going to Perkins was like, I just wish everybody could experience that. I know that some people that grow up in big cities are like, oh my God, how did you do it? This place is a cornfield. And it is, but I never looked at it as a cornfield. I looked at it as my hometown. That's where I was from. And I just had great memories and great experiences. So many great friends that I made during my years at Perkins. And when I go back now, when they opened their football stadium a couple of years ago, they asked me to come back on the opening night and give a little talk before the football game. And Joe Hayden was still with the Browns, and he came too. So I just remember thinking, like, it is in this middle of a cornfield, Perkins High School football stadium. It feels like Field of Dreams for football. It's a beautiful facility. But when I got the chance to do that, and a couple of years ago they asked me to be the commencement address speaker, so I was back in that stadium. It was just I've got so many memories on that plot of land, and it's always a thrill for me to go back and to see old friends, and even to walk the halls of the high school. That's super bizarre. My locker is still there. All of the teachers, most of the teachers are gone now, but you know, I walk by every room. I've got a memory. I've got a connection to. I remember when this happened in this room. So it's really got a special place in my heart.